Welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be talking about something very interesting, and this particular episode is for anime lovers or people who are trying to fall in love with anime but they don't know which particular one they should watch. So I'm going to be talking about my top 15 in no particular order, and I want you to know that this is a Netflix edition because there are other platforms where you can websites, apps where you can watch anime, very nice anime. But for today, for the sake of this video, we're going to be focusing on Netflix. Stick with me to the end of this video so that I can tell you which one you should start with if you are completely a novice in anime. Before I proceed, I want you to please like this video, subscribe, turn on your notification, and at the end of this video, please comment which one you would love to start with, which one you've watched. If you've seen all 15 of them, please let me know. If there's anyone you've not seen, just let me know. Let this comment section be very interactive. If you are an anime lover and you know some really nice anime that I did not mention in this video, please drop it in this comment section so that anime lovers can watch it and I can watch it if I'm here too. Okay, Netflix edition. Anything you're recommending should be on Netflix for the sake of people who will be reading your comments. Okay, thank you. Please note, these animes are not really recommended for children. They're like adult anime, so not all of them but some of them, so I wouldn't really recommend you to recommend this to your children if you're watching this. Okay, first one will be Blue Eye Samurai. I don't want to say much about these anime because I want you to watch them and watch them with a very open mind and watch them without having so much idea on what the story is about, but I'm going to help you out a little. This particular one is about a fighter who learned how to be a samurai for the sake of revenge. Don't want to say much, but yeah. So this particular one is a top one, like it's really nice. Next will be Bastards. This one is about a locked protagonist and antagonist. He played both parts. It was released from the underworld or wherever he was locked in, and he's back on the grind. And this one is so explicit, like some really adult, some adult scenes with it. So next will be Black Clover. I really like this particular one. This one is about two kids who wanted to become Demon King, I think, protector of the universe. This particular storyline is really nice, so I feel you're going to enjoy it because I enjoyed it, so I feel you're going to. If you're a beginner, this one is a good start. And my next one will be Castlevania. Castlevania has two parts. That's part 1 and part 2 for now. They've not released the next one, but I'm recommending more of the part 2. How is it pronounced, my darling? You see the name on my screen? I'm sure you're seeing it right now. Yeah. So I'm recommending this second one because I really enjoy the story of the second one. Like, it's the main one. I don't know how to explain it, but you have to start from the first part so you can understand the second part. Part 1 is really interesting. Okay, don't get me wrong. Part 1 and part 2, I'm recommending both of them. It's a vampire story, and how some fighters are slaying vampires and how some vampires are good vampires. So you would enjoy it, I promise. So the next one will be Shield Hero. This one just dropped on Netflix. I really enjoyed it. The story, it's about a boy. He really didn't have much going on for him, and then he was invited or invoked into another realm where he had to become their Shield Hero. Watch this particular one too. The next one, which is the 6th one, is Blood Zeus. This particular one is actually very interesting. So something about the Zeus story is there are always gods trying to like fight man trying to be gods, trying to fight gods, So there's something just about it that just catches my attention. Make sure you're watching the complete series. So it's all on Netflix. Just type Zeus, you will see all of the storyline. So yeah. So the 7th one will be Hell Paradise or Hell's Paradise. This particular one, when it started, it's like horror movie. I don't know. When it started, I was like, ew, what's this? It was talking about different ways in which they attempted to a particular guy, and he refused to. The gruesome way at which they go about those in the ancient times. My God, thank God they abolished some bizarre way of doing this thing. Like, so it started that way, and then into the story, it felt like, oh, what a beautiful place. Only for you to find out that it's not all that glitter that is gold, or horrific scenes and all that, but just capture your attention and you want to watch it to the end, and it's really worth your time. The eighth one will be My Happy Marriage. This one is for the romantic girlies like me. Okay, this one is really, really nice. So if you're a lover girl, if you love all this happily ever after, if you love all this Cinderella kind of story, this particular one is really nice. And the actor, or how do I put it, the main guy of the story is so handsome. So I'm sure you're going to love him. You're going to love it, because I love it and I love him. The girl, she's pretty, but the guy caught my own attention, and that's it. So the way he just loved her for who she was. You see, this love, Gorisha. The next one is the quintessential quintuplet, high school story of quintuplets. Falling in love with one boy, but that one boy has to choose who's going to fall in love with. But they all look alike. Their personality, of course, had to help him choose. I couldn't even recognize them easily. Like whenever they decide to put on their disguise and dress the same way, I'll just be like, which one is which? So for the guy, I understood. They really stressed that boy. Hey, he's also very handsome. I like stories that have handsome actors, whether they are the protagonist or the antagonist. I don't care, as long as they're handsome. On 10, which is Record of Ragnarok. You see this particular one, if you're a lover of fights, whether wrestle, whether sumo, whether boxing, whether whatever type of fighting technique you like, everything is in this particular anime. Like, it encompasses of all of the fighting techniques in the world. It's also picked different fighters from all over the world to come to a particular place to fight for survival, fight for a prize, fight for somebody, whatever reason, fight for passion, because some of them do not even want the money or the reward, they just want to fight. So I got to learn different fighting techniques, not like I'm going to use. So the next one will be which is the 11th one, is the Dragon Blood. This particular one too is very interesting. This particular one is, like the dragon blood found its way into one of these dragon slayer, and then it just became one of them. It's like intertwined, like, he merged himself with a dragon and they became one, so to say. And they have to fight for each other's cause. You have to fight for my cause, I have to fight for your cause. So this one, very interesting and a must watch. So the next one will be Demon Slayer. It's also a vampire demon. A particular girl that was supposed to convert into a demon did not completely convert, and she was not fighting demons for her brother, with her brother. So I would really recommend this one for you to watch. Next one will be, that's the 13th one, will be Dr. Stone. This one, I promise you, I was skipping it for the longest. I'll see it, I'll move. I'll see it, I'll move. So one day I was like stuck, and I was like, okay, there's nothing for me to watch. Let me just watch it. And my goodness, it's so nice. It showed us how science even started. So if you are someone who is a science lover and you're inquisitive of how, the whole science thing played out, how it started and everything, you would love this one. So it took us to like the Stone Age, Dr. Stone. See? The Stone Age, where there was no science, there was nothing, and it graduated into science. So if you've been wondering, how did somebody think of all this scientific stuff? I promise you, there would always be that one person that would just be like, there is more to life, there's more to these things, this particular thing that can become this particular thing. That's how science literally started. This one is a must watch. The next one will be Seven Deadly Sins. So I like this particular one, just like Black Clover that I mentioned earlier. They're like similar. Like, if you just like all this story where there are fights, there are people they are meant to save, and there are people coming together for, they kind of imbibe some love story in it with the main actors. So yeah, this one is like Black Clover kind of, but it's really nice. The 15th one will be Terminator. This one just dropped. To understand it better, you have to like pay complete attention to it. This one is about like science. It's about, some technology stuff that you might already be aware of. It's about AI, artificial intelligence. It's about robotics. So this one is actually a good watch. It just blows your mind on how these things came to being, on how they operate, on how they work. That will be my 15th one. I'm so tempted to make this 20, but I remember I said 15, so I'll keep it at 15. I'll tell you two that you should actually watch first in all of the 15. This is so hard. Okay, let me make it 3. My top 3 of all 15 that you should watch. The first one will be Castlevania. Okay? Watch Castlevania 1 and 2. The second one will be Record of Ragnarok. Watch it till the very end. And the third will be Blue Eyes Samurai. This was very hard for me to pick looking at this list, but it's so hard. It feels like I betrayed the other ones. So please make sure you watch it. I beg of you, please watch everything. But see those 3, start with them. And if you watched all 3, then please go ahead and watch the other ones, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know which one you'll be starting with. Let me know the one you've watched. If you're not an anime lover, you feel like you're not ever going to watch anything, I promise you, you're going to have a change of heart after watching those top 3 that I just mentioned. See you guys in my next video where I'll be talking about or doing something entirely different. If you notice the dynamics of all my videos, they have different touch, right? Exactly, that's the plan. Bye.